Good morning, kiddos. Hey, it's day 2 of this homeschooling madness. The best thing about homeschooling at home is I can wear sweatpants and no one can tell. So you can too. The first thing I want to go over today is just your the rest of the things in your folder, and then we'll talk a little bit more about your topic. So in your folder, you should have your checkpoints. You should have your contract, which has all sorts of format things. It also tells you how long of a paper you need to write. It tells you how to put the paper together when we get that. Hopefully we're back in school when that happens. It's going to tell you how to write it, Times New Roman, always, font size 12, double space. It's going to tell you the type of sources, so we're going to kind of go over what the sources are today, and all that fun stuff. So there you go. So let's look at our sources. Our sources, you need to have 3 books, 2 periodicals, 2 reference materials, 2 non-print, and 1 interview. So books are books. I hope we all know what a book is. 2 reference materials. Reference materials, once again, I think I said this yesterday, was a atlas, an encyclopedia, a dictionary. If there's a word you don't understand, use the dictionary. Look it up. Use it as part of your sources. A thesaurus, the Bible is considered a reference material. It would be great that you would use the Bible for your research paper. Once again, periodicals are magazines, journals, brochures, anything that's a medical journal, a psychology journal, things of that nature. Non-print are videos, documentaries, TV shows, things of that nature, and your interview. So we will come back to interviews later. That will be another video all by itself. So also within your folder, you have general guidelines for the MLA form. I'm not sure what color it is, but this has lots of information on how to do your actual paper when we get there. But there's things you probably should look over and read before we start note cards and all that fun stuff. Okay, then you should have 2 peer edit forms. I don't know what color they are in yours, but they have a front and a back. Those we do in class after we get done with your research paper, your first draft. And then you have your how to do interview information. That's just how, we're not writing yes or no questions. You have nice open-ended questions so that they can respond. Remember, we're being friendly. So read over that before you decide to start whipping together your questions. We have our little, we have our map that we had last year. This is from last year, but it just shows how you're going to put your kind of put your paper together when we get there. So there we go. This year, new, we have transition tools, because last year I felt like we had issues going from your 3 major points to your counterpoint. So I put this in there to kind of help us put some counterpoints into our paper. And then finally, the grade form. This will need to be turned back in at the end of the project. Your grade form, will show you kind of where we're going on how you're getting graded. So that's how that goes. So on the issue of topics, remember that your topic has to be something that can kind of be debatable. There's so many things right now in this world that can do that. So that's what I need you to remember, is that something might be, does the First Amendment include hate speech? Yes or no? Should the government make you have to wear a seatbelt? Yes or no? Things of that nature. Those are things that are there's yes or a no. What you need to do is you need to be the lawyer, and you're defending your spot. Why do you believe that the government should make you wear a seatbelt, or why not? And then your thesis statement, the big part of that is your thesis statement, which is due next week. Your thesis statement is the one statement that you are going to prove. This research paper intends to prove that the government should not make me wear a seatbelt if I don't want to. Of course, you're not using pronouns like I. I'm just trying to get your point across, that you're going to say this research paper intends to prove whatever you're trying to prove. Okay? So that's the big things. When you get done with the thesis statement, You need to start finding your sources. That's the next step, is you're going to find your 10 sources. You need to make bibliography cards, which we'll make another video about how to make a bib card. If you have questions on how to make or how to start that process of the thesis statement, please just email me and figure it out. If you have other questions, go ahead and email me. But that's the next two things. Topic, thesis statement is what I need by next Friday. Topic, thesis statement. This research paper intends to prove. Remember, it's not a report. We're not finding things about George Washington and telling about his life. You are figuring out a point of view and you're going to back it up. Let's use our brains. Love you guys and wish we were together, but here we are. Talk to you later.